Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the air. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
We're here with Joe Gorman and Paddy Defino.
Hey, welcome.
I
Nice
just-
rebranding, dude.
Yeah. What, my name? I thought
Yeah.
you were going for a high five. I was like,
Never, dude. Get away from me, you little creep.
He's always what he'll do is he'll put scary movies on because he wants you to snuggle in his bed.
Yeah,
every night.
it's like, ooh, I got a scary movie and all the blood rushed to my penis. Why don't you come snuggle
Yeah,
with me?
It scared the blood right into my penis. I used to have a joke about a wet nightmare. Didn't we share
Ooh.
that joke?
No, what is this?
Oh, who am I thinking about?
yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. Was it like you were like recalling the time you were like molested?
Well, it was about like wet. It was about like wet dreams, like
Yeah.
because my dad gave the sex ed talk to my class when I was. He wasn't a teacher; he was just around.
He just shows up. They were like, you're probably wondering what I'm doing to your classmate.
He was just
Well,
wearing the sexiest outfit out of everyone.
They're like, this is a sex guy. Clearly, he had one of those earrings with a feather coming down.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
he
leather
would-
bracelets.
Did your dad really give the sex talk to
He
your
did
class?
because he was our 5th grade teacher. But he was like,
They gotta like fucking let you step out of class for that.
That's what. Well, I think he thought the same thing. He was like, I don't want to do this, and I
He's
didn't
like,
want to
Patty,
be there.
cover your eyes when you're hitting it like this.
He's like showing fucking videos of him breaking in your mom.
Yeah, just showing my mom
Yeah.
pointing to
You
her.
might know her as Mrs. Defino, but that
We're-
night
You
she
gotta
was my
start with
Jezebel.
start with the breasts. He slaps a yardstick. on it. But he was like, he didn't talk about sex at all for like 45 minutes. He just described what a wet dream is.
What a tease. He's like, so sometimes when I think about how much I love my son, it comes out in the expression of what feels like pee-pee.
yeah, in the middle of the night. But I remember that happening, and I was like, I've never had a wet dream.
You never had a wet dream?
Oh,
my God.
What
I have
about
them all
you?
the
Can you
time.
like describe the most intense wet dream you've ever had?
Me?
Yeah.
Hurricane Helene.
Yeah, no, I fucked this one girl. I remember it was like the hottest girl at school, and the next
Ooh.
day I had the confidence as if I fucked her. Even though it was a dream, I was like,
Isn't that funny? I dreamed I fucked like the hottest girl in like high school. But
Yeah.
like this was like when I was like 27.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. You know that you ever do that where it's
Yeah.
like, uh-oh, dude. It was like such an intense dream. I woke up like humping the air.
Right.
Has that ever happened? Where
Somebody
like,
called
damn.
the dream police.
I know, dude.
You know,
I
that
was
is
like,
a good idea. We should start training pedophiles in lucid dreaming,
yeah.
so they can just go into the dream world and get it on.
Yeah,
I bet that's what like all of that transcendental meditation that those Hollywood celebrities pay for.
It's just they can have
Yeah.
dreams for their fucking kids.
It would be good
Yeah.
for adult diaper,
Yeah.
the adult diaper industry. You
Yeah.
just wear a diaper to bed and then
Just
dream about
come in
kids
your-
and
They're just like building the perfect kid in their brain. It's like we got 1999 Macaulay Culkin in the back of the skull here. Like it's just like just
they're
designed.
just watching the Polar Express and then they're like, okay, let's go to bed. Believe.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, that is the thing. You can't wait. You can't hear the bell if you're a kid, right?
It's impossible. It's at a tone that only a fucking adult.
No,
Your
you
balls
can
have
only
to have descended a certain amount in order to hear.
you
the
can only hear the bell if you
vibrations.
believe in Santa Claus.
Right.
Oh, you're
So-
still talking about the Polar Express?
Yeah.
What were you
Yeah,
saying?
it's like if you have Christmas cheer.
yeah.
I thought it was like the bell that you use to like stimulate lucid dreaming. Because like there's
Oh,
usually,
so like a what do you call it? Like the
like those anchors.
yeah,
in,
like the top or like the
yeah.
A
yeah.
reality check kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Oh, that is the coolest thing I think I've ever done in my life. The last lucid dream I had. This is actually gonna be really lame. I don't know why I started the story, but I woke up early to try to do some little joke writing, and I was like, oh, I'll take a caffeine pill, and I fell back asleep and was listening to my tape because I was like trying to write, like I was listening to my stand-up set, and I was dreaming while on caffeine, like watching my set in front of me.
That's incredible.
So I was actually getting like a writing session done by being like, oh, nah, I should have done that weird thing there.
Yeah. I once had a dream that I was like fucking killing it.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, damn, dude, that means I'm a great comedian. And then like I woke up, I'm like, what was I talking about?
Yeah.
Ah, well, whatever. I know I can do it.
It's
And
always
like-
it's always like a topical thing.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
a-
like gargoyles.
Yeah.
but it's they're
Flying
such good
around.
bits.
And it's leveling. the
it's
room.
crazy how good it is.
Yeah.
And like even you're amazed, like, damn, I can't believe I'm capable of writing such incredible bits.
I know. I can't believe that's in my
Yeah.
brain. And then you wake up and you're like, what?
I'm telling you this. I get the comedy friendship dreams where I'm like really close with Chris Rock or something, or like Louis. Like I somehow have gotten to a point where like they're just, and then I wake up and I'm like, this sucks. I gotta be friends with Patty instead.
Being a friend with like Louis and Chris Rock, I feel like would suck.
It would absolutely suck, dude. A rapist or a fucking guy that gets slapped by a black man. Get out of town, dude. I wouldn't like either of those. Blasting a load on some innocent, unfunny little woman, dude. Fucking getting slapped by a giant cuckolded black man. Lose, baby.
Stink. I'm starting to turn on Louis. I love Louis's comedy, but I
What
think he's a
happened?
shitty guy.
Why? What'd he do?
I'm just starting to like remember everything that
Like,
happened.
the way he's like so casual with his daughters.
Well, I've heard his daughters are pieces of shit.
Why? They're nepo babies.
I've heard they're like really, really mean.
That's
And
so
they
funny.
do like the "Do you know who my daddy is?" thing.
Yeah.
Which I
Who?
feel like is a product of him being like.
But maybe now we should forgive him because we didn't know that he had mean daughters when we found out he did something that was not.
Maybe.
And that was like a
agreeable.
thing everyone was like falling like, oh, what's his daughter's gonna think?
Yeah.
Seeing that the daddy's a rapist.
I heard his daughters were the ones that like told him to do it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they were like, "We're not gonna love you unless you jerk off."
Yeah.
He was crying. He's like, "This is for you, little Sarah."
He would actually send his daughters in first and be like,
Yeah.
"You're not going to let my dad whack off in front of you? Do you know
Yeah.
who he is? I'm in 5th grade.
Would you want to hang out with Louis C.K.?
I would. I don't know.
I'm
I wouldn't
over it.
wanna
I'm
hang
over.
out.
I'm over every comedian.
I'm over
honestly.
every. I don't want to hang out with any comedian that's not like in our friend group.
Unless
in
like the
a-
name is Paddy Defino or Michael Good.
exactly.
I don't
Who-
even want to fuck with them, dude.
exactly.
They
dude.
sound like
Yeah.
a grade A loser if they're not those two guys.
That's kind of a good idea. Let's blacklist every single person that was not on this pod. Like
Yeah,
even
dude.
family.
If you're not on this
Everyone.
couch, dude,
Yeah.
everything outside of this couch is lava.
I don't think I'm ever gonna love a woman again just because
don't
of
need
this.
to.
No,
Yeah,
you got this
We got
couch.
us three.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the couch.
We got the
JD
couch,
Vance.
dude.
That's a foursome.
Wouldn't that be crazy if, like, while we were recording this podcast, an atomic bomb drops?
This is the
And-
last thing we were doing.
Yeah, and like somehow, like the good vibes of this podcast, like shielded us from the radiation fallout.
That would
It
be
was just
pretty
us
amazing.
three. Just
Yeah, the last men on Earth. But then, like, you know, there were like these subhumans that also survived. You know,
With-
because there's all these Hasidic Jews. So like they mutate.
Oh yeah,
and
the
stuff.
tunnels.
Yeah,
the tunnels.
in the
kept them
tunnels.
safe.
They come out of the tunnels as mole people.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah, what
like-
if that is true? What if they know something we don't know? That's
The
why they're
tunnels.
big
I think they just like to
tunnels?
be. I truly like. I think they just like to be subterranean, dude.
I think
do
it's cooler. The temperature is cooler and
It's
more
cheaper
You didn't
there.
say subterranean. You said subhuman when you first said it.
Oh, did I?
A little Freudian
Freudian.
slip.
Oops. Just kidding, man. Do you believe that we should free Palestine, though?
I mean, from what I've heard, I don't. I've always said this. I really am not involved in any of that. But hey, look, from what I've heard, Palestine seems right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
They seem cool, man. I don't know. And I love halal, dude.
enough
Like my
people.
little chicken over rice, dude. Although I do love a kosher
Does
bagel,
Israel
too.
not do that?
No, they have like kosher food.
But aren't they like so close? You would think some of them
It's like the
flipped
same-
over the
You
border.
Yeah.
wish, dude. They should just learn to like fucking like intermingle. Like if we get along with black people, I feel like they should have
That's
to get
how-
along.
It's anything's
Yeah,
possible.
dude. I mean, like if we could learn to forgive black people, I think
for
they should-
leaving us.
Yeah, for fucking betray. Like really, honestly, like
for leaving work early.
we fucking like it's like you come to America. It's like, hey, check out this fucking incredible place. It's called America. And they're like, I don't know, I can't get a job. It's like, what? You work
Well,
for me,
no,
dude.
no, it's cool. All you got to do
Yeah.
is pick that up over
Yeah,
there.
you pick that up, and I'll give you a house.
Yeah.
I'll give you clothing.
And I'll have sex with you.
I'll have sex with you, and you'll have like all of this inspiration to write some incredible songs.
Exactly.
Some
You're
real bangers.
It's an investment on
Yeah.
your on your racist culture.
Did you ever
Think
try
about
to
it
follow
that
the
way.
drinking gourd?
What was this?
Follow
The drinking gourd.
Is this a slave song?
Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom.
Follow the drinking gourd. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Patty knows what's up. We were singing slave shanties back in elementary
For
school.
the old man is waiting to carry you to
You never
freedom.
had that reading Rainbow about the drinking gourd?
No.
It was like,
No.
so like slaves, they were going to use the stars to find their way to the north.
Right.
And like, they couldn't like just say like, oh yeah, you fucking use these stars. So they sung a little song.
They came out with a rap song.
Yeah, they dropped a fat beat.
2, 3, 4, follow.
This is a certified hood classic.
Drinking go.
Okay. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
21 for the old. It's literally like a Kanye West. It's like a Kanye West sample. Follow the drinking God.
That's your Kanye. You know what I do like? It's weird that I really love AI, where it'll be like Kanye West sings Blink 182, and I'll be like, this is just now my favorite song ever.
Kanye.
It does its job, man. It's cool.
Talk about AI.
AI and the drinking gourd.
Yeah.
The Freedom Trail.
It did
We
carry us
should
to free-
honestly
just follow it.
we should follow the drinking gourd and like set up a tour. The drinking gourd tour.
The gourd
We
tour.
just and it's like, well, where are you performing next? And like we have to sing a little song and they have to figure it out. And nobody shows up to the venue. Like, oh fuck. We gotta like not make the song so obscure, dude. We gotta rewrite this one.
Yeah, that is good. What is there any like equivalent to that? Like, I don't think any other group of oppressed people made music. Like, I think
Not like that, dude.
like the Irish didn't really do. I mean, they had drinking songs.
yeah, they had
but
like
that was,
up the raw.
yeah, they're like the Killarney,
It's all about just being drunk. Like,
It
I got
is.
drunk.
It is funny too. Randomly, I'll just fall so far into Irishness when I'm not that like my grandpa's like super Irish, but then like somebody asked me to do like an Irish comedy show, and I'm like, dude, I am the most Irish guy I've ever. I am always doing Irish
I'm
stuff.
Irishese.
Yeah.
Is that Irish?
Do you get? You said you got invited to Japanese stuff.
I don't
right?
get invited to anything, dude.
Really?
They said, you dishonor your Asian heritage. So you don't get to be on a yellow skin, squinty eye festival.
Right. We mentioned this last time. Now,
Right.
what's the sword thing?
Seppuka.
Seppuka. Okay.
Seppuka. Hari
What
hari.
is the point of that?
Like, it's like the deeper the blade goes into your stomach, the more redemption you have. So, like, say you fucked up, like, oh, you're a general and you lost a battle. You're going to die with shame.
Right.
But you can take your own life. And in deciding to take your own life and making the conscious choice to plunge the blade deep into yourself, you're redeemed. So you can die with honor.
It is interesting because Christianity, Judaism, very anti-suicide.
Yeah.
A lot of other ones, kind of, you can be a heroic.
Yeah, it's a cool. It's they realize
Suicider.
how cool it is.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese, like, oh, they're not going to stop curing themselves.
Yeah.
They think it's really cool.
It's
we got to.
You know who else did this? Was a Mac Mirror.
Oh, Nakamura, really cool.
Really cool guy.
We, why don't we update the scroll and say how cool it is?
Mac mirror.
We are really
That's the
rub a
only-
Nakamura.
It's weird that like the Japanese Korean one's the only one I can kind of do.
Yeah.
But it starts with the ooh, like that's
Yeah.
it starts there and then
Starts in the throat
yeah.
and goes to the heart.
I am a big
Have you ever- have you ever had sex?
mirror, but I can't like
Yeah.
the Chinese one's impossible for me.
Oh, you gotta imagine like what it's like to go pee pee in someone's coke.
Right.
Bing bong, ching dong, ding dong, ding dong. Bing, ba- 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 ba-
At
ba-
my
ba-
at my
Ba-
last
ba- ba- da- ba- 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 da- bum.
at
Cause
my-
I'm a Scotsman, I do the poo. I do but do it here, do the but do. Hi, I kind of do. Dude, we have fun, dude, making fun of the. It's
you know what's
really
funny?
is.
If
yeah.
there was a crazy frog in Japan, they'd eat it.
Yo, Jimbo, where the dancing frog go? I don't know. The fucking frog like sticking out of his mouth. What was that? I said I don't know.
The only it's funny. The only time I ever heard about eating frogs was Asian culture
Yeah.
and the Muppet movie.
I heard
I've had them before. It's very
Yeah.
redneck too. So like,
Oh, yeah.
we go frog gigging in Tennessee,
I
which is
yeah. When I was in Florida, I had alligator.
yeah, alligator's pretty good. I like it.
Alligator's like a savory, like it's like a mix between chicken and fish in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's
yeah.
like it's like a
nice
savory
tuna.
kind of gooiness. It's weird, man.
I like have you ever had like fresh tuna? It's so good.
Yeah,
like
it melts in your
grilled.
mouth.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh.
Yeah. But frog gigging is, I don't know. That might be the funnest, but also kind of cruel hunting because you feel like what's his name? Like
Tarzan?
Who's the guy, the hot guy with the beautiful abs and the blonde hair? I'm not talking about you.
Thor?
The long hair,
Michael
kind of like
Phelps?
Joe Gorman, but a little sexier. Jason Momoa. That's what I
Oh,
was
of course,
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
Momoa.
Yeah.
The working ugly man's Joe
The
Gorman.
frog, known frog catcher.
Yeah.
Jason
Yeah.
But he's got like a trident, so like when you frog gig, you have like a
Aquaman.
thing. Yeah.
Oh damn! So you just like fucking just like pluck them off out of the swamp.
Yeah.
Nice.
You wear like the waders, like those like they're like boots connected to overalls.
Yeah.
Oh hell
Yeah.
yeah!
Is there any frogs you can't eat?
The
The
ones that
poison
they're
dart
turning
frog?
gay.
Damn, I always heard that eating frogs was like a French thing.
Maybe, but it's
No.
probably
Have you ever heard of that? La France?
Yes. Everybody would try to gross you out about French, but it never really bothered me. They're like, they eat snails over there. The women have hairy armpits over there. I'm like, I'm into both those things.
This makes me
Wow.
hornier, dude.
Yeah.
Hairy armpits make you hornier?
Yeah. Have you ever had sex with a French woman?
No.
Zut alors.
What does that mean? Underage?
That means oh my god. That's like the only thing I remember from high school French.
Yeah.
I took French in high school, thinking like, well, maybe I'm probably gonna live in Europe eventually.
Yeah.
And then like it was easy because our French teacher just didn't give a shit. So he would just put on like a DVD and then just turn on like the French, like, dubbing.
Version of
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
So it's like we watched like La Spider-Man c'est sa maison, and
What is that, Spider-Man?
Like
yeah, I'm like the
Yeah,
Amazing
yeah.
Spider-Man. And it was
The
like,
Green Goblin.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Pieter Parker. And like it's just like all that shit. Like that's all we
defeats
do.
Like you can't really change the language on a lot of things, or it ruins the whole.
It does.
thing.
It totally does.
Yeah, like when there's like Breaking Bad, and then the guys are like, "We have to go down to," like they do like some weird like.
Yeah,
It's like German.
J. Jonah Jameson is like, "Je voudrais un Spider-Man pictographe."
He,
Like-
by the way, is the best actor, J.K. Simmons.
Oh, yeah,
in
he's
all the
powerful,
Spider-Man
dude.
movies.
He's
so
incredible.
They
good.
couldn't recast him. That's how good he was.
Yeah,
they
he's
they
so
literally
good.
just brought him into a new universe.
I'm pretty sure they made the cartoon of him as a child because
Yeah.
they knew he would turn into.
They knew he'd grow into J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
I remember he was the dad in Juno, right?
He
I
was.
never saw Juno.
Yeah.
He was. Get me pictures of Michael Cera fucking my daughter, who will eventually become a weird trans man who will eventually kill himself. And we all know that's going to happen. There's no way that's not going to happen, dude.
I think that is in the Nostradamus prediction
Oh,
of 2025.
dude, yeah. What's his name? Elliot Page. Elliot Page is going to kill himself.
Also,
within, like, 5
transitions and
years.
somehow has better abs than me when I've been working at it for years.
You
Well,
well,
that's not
transition
fair.
into a shredded dude.
It's
Well,
girl
like,
to guy.
The TRT he's on is probably
That
fucking
is fair.
crazy.
It's also very funny that I went to the gym for like a year and I'm like very upset that I'm not the most muscular.
You,
man.
you
Like,
wish
I'm
you
like-
could be. You wish you could be a former woman.
Yeah.
And like, I know it's like I probably shouldn't say former woman, but come on,
Come on.
give me a little taste of kitty pride. You couldn't give the fanboys a little taste before you threw it all away.
Yeah,
you're just
that
gonna put it in the trash anyway.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Like, come on.
But she also, I don't think she was, as a woman, not very hot.
I mean, it wasn't about her being hot.
It was about her having
It
powers.
was about the power we had over
What was-
Shadow Cat.
What was her thing? Like, what was her skill?
I'm a little girl. Oh wait, what's her thing? What's her thing?
As
Her power.
Kitty Pryde. Yeah, what's her?
She could phase through walls.
Oh, okay.
She could like go inside of.
Was that like a character she played? In
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, but that doesn't seem like that good of a power.
No, it's lame, but I would do it. You know where I go? I'd walk through the
Ladies' bath. I
ladies'
know where you're
bathroom.
going with this.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
And then like I'd fucking like put my hand through their clothes and feel like their uncovered breasts.
You know, to be fair, would that actually harm them?
No, and
Yeah.
I hope I would though, because then like I'd like fucking go inside and then I'd solidify and then be like and then like I fucking pull their heart out
You'd go through a wall and then appear just right in front of her, going hubba 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 hubba.
There's
That's when you
absolutely
go back to your human form.
I feel like anyone that had the powers of the X-Men would 100% become like a murder rapist.
If you can,
like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
God's given me these powers because I'm better than everyone, so I
Yeah.
can do whatever I want without repercussion.
if
You
can,
ever see just like a friend who gets a heavy Instagram following? Now he's a douche. You're like, oh
Right.
yeah, that's just what happens. With
Everyone
the-
gets
Yeah.
corrupted with
Yeah.
and it's in proportion to the power that they get.
Yeah,
if you can phase through walls, every bathroom stall is a glory hole.
That's a good
Ooh,
point.
Patty.
You can always just test the water.
You could go
Just put
anywhere
it in
you
there.
want.
You could put toilet paper on it and be like, yeah.
Whose bedroom would you phase into first?
Mine,
I-
dude. He keeps trying to get me.
It would have to be Jake's. That's the closest one to my wall.
Ooh,
I'm
Yeah.
curious what's going on in there sometimes.
nice.
If I phased my dick through the wall in Jake's room, he would like come out and be like, "Did you put your dick through my wall?" Like, he would not react.
Did you,
Did you put your?
Wiping loads off his face.
I don't know what happened.
Was that whose dick was that?
Hey man, a fucking cream dispenser just came into the fucking house.
It is weird, dude. I remember one time I saw the inside of his room, and it's always weird when you like just for you. Sometimes been living for a while, and you're like, oh, I've never even seen what his room looks like.
Yeah.
That's nice, dude. That's a good sign of respect.
What if you glance in there and it's just all pictures of you?
Michael Good bed sheets.
Morning
Ooh.
good. He's like secretly the biggest fan.
He buys all your merch.
Well, he'll sit down when we're doing it sometimes. He'll sit down. He'll sit on a pod, and it's the most pressure I ever felt. It feels like when you do homework or something like that, and your dad would look over your shoulder, and you're like, "No, I'm gonna
let me
figure
just
it out."
can I just fuck up on my own, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that, dude.
Yeah.
That would be a good way to do Morning Good podcast if we had
In front of a live audience.
But no, just specifically people of different ethnic, racial groups, sexuality. So there's just like a trans woman, a black man,
yuck.
a blind,
Ooh, gross.
all just judging while we.
Yeah, it's like a survey sample.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had every time you had the podcast, your parents had to be in the room.
Oh
with
my
you.
god, yeah.
Oh my God, mother and father good.
That
I
would-
basically am, dude. Mother and father good listen a lot.
Oh,
crazy.
yikes. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not very mother and father good at all.
That's not very no.
Yeah.
That's not what a
Yikes.
mother and father should be doing.
Aren't
No,
they,
no.
Aren't they worried? Like, oh, I wonder what my little boy's doing. And then like they look on your YouTube channel and it's just people like, I want to come on your feet. I want to fucking suck on your toes, Michael Good. How much? Please, Michael Good, let me suck on your toes.
I
And-
told my parents about it on mine. That I was like, there's a lot of like guys who like feet, and my mom's like, oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Yeah.
and I'm
It's
like, I
not
don't
funny.
think
You're
it-
about to become a victim, Patty.
I know. I was like,
I
don't
did
like
the
it.
opposite. I know my dad's listening, so I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm running out of money here. Maybe I will start an OnlyFans. Just so he's like,
yeah.
I'll send you money.
I'll be
You
your
can
first subscriber.
Yeah.
That's what he means. Like, okay, I'll give you money.
It's a good
In the
idea.
form of
Imagine he
$5
said
a month
that.
for my
He's like,
tier.
that's a good idea, Michael.
Yeah. Those are the weirdest podcasts when you see like you know me. I'm a free guy. I'm an open-minded individual. But you see this podcast where it's like a girl and like her dad, and they're like, he's like, yep, she does OnlyFans. You know, it's how you make money. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just pretend you don't know. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to be that open with your
Or
parents.
just be like, I don't want to talk about it, but she's a
Yeah.
grown woman.
yeah.
Like, you don't have to be
on a
like
podcast to be like, I'm her biggest fan.
I
You're
think
like,
it's fucking cool, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets my dick hard. What?
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
I get first dibs.
There was one I saw. It was like some 18-year-old son films his mom doing gangbangs on OnlyFans.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I
so
bet son has
sad.
a little fucking boner getting that too. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
There's no
keep
way.
getting an ad on Instagram for this T-shirt. It's like a T-shirt advertisement,
Ooh, Patty.
but they keep showing this guy who's like this hot, jacked, bald old guy,
Johnny Sins.
and it's like he's like, my daughter said these shirts are nice, so she got me. But and it's like the daughter like admiring this like hot dad's body. I'm
Nice.
like, this is just weird.
The internet wants us to have sex with our family.
It's
it's really it's like the newest taboo.
every family can only have one hot person, and it can't be the mother. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
rule. How's that?
How about like a hot oldest brother? That's
Yeah.
described my
Who's in the
family.
military?
That's me,
Who
dude.
died in Iraq?
Yeah,
How about
yeah.
that? Your hottest person, we send him to war to die,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and then just leave the rest. Because if it's like a bunch of uglies, they're not going to have sex with each other. There's like too much good pornography.
Yeah.
ruining your brain to
Yeah.
ever look at your sister in a sexual way.
Yeah.
And that's the morning good.
that's where we
That's the morning
24 minutes in. That's an emergency broadcast, and we're slowing down this fast.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm just coming back to life. I had a very heavy weekend.
Why? What'd you
I went to
do?
a wedding,
Ooh.
and it was. I believe in love so much. I cried. I cried.
You cried?
I cry at weddings
Yeah.
too.
Did you catch the garter belt?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you?
No, I don't think they did one.
They
No,
don't
they
really do it anymore.
Really? I caught the garter belt last wedding I went to.
Did you?
Yeah, with my teeth.
Well, then when are you gonna propose?
I'm never gonna propose.
No.
I'm a fucking
you
bachelor for life.
You know, you should have it in your like a grill. You should have a sick grill, and
Yeah.
then bend down your knees and smile at Kelly.
Will you
Never.
marry me, bitch? Marry me, bitch.
Yeah, let's think of some fun proposals. That's a fun topic.
I'm gonna I'm gonna headline a show. And I'm gonna be like, if you could just for a minute, if Kelly will just join me up on stage for one moment, I just got something I gotta say, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, have you ever done?" I've seen that. I've seen people propose on. I have twice in my life, in my career,
In stand-up shows?
have I been in a situation where one at an open mic and one at a show where a
Open
guy
mic is just
yeah.
Oh my god, that's
You know
so
what? What
sad.
if Derek Chauvin was just waiting to propose to the other female cop who was circling?
Was she the one holding the camera? She's like,
Yeah, and he's like-
"Hey, hon, can you hold the camera for a second? I'm gonna do something really cool."
Oh, my, that's awesome, dude. George Floyd was like, wait, you don't want to fucking put your nice cop uniform on this dirty ground.
You
You
don't
get
wanna-
stained.
Yeah, let me
Here.
hide.
Yeah, let me
It-
just lean down for
In
a minute.
another universe,
Yeah.
that was a wedding proposal.
And then just Derek Chauvin was just so nervous. He didn't know what to say.
Right.
So he ended up
Yeah.
kneeling on his neck for like 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he forgot about the guy
That's cool, dude.
because the guy was on fentanyl and didn't interject.
He was on fentanyl,
Does
man.
we have any objections?
This is like the most fun thing to
To just bring up the
Poco.
fact that he was like clearly on fentanyl and like clearly a criminal who honestly needed to die. Did you like get scammed by BLM? Because they scammed a lot of people out of
They
money.
did scam a lot of people.
And then like the BLM like ringleader bought like a house somewhere. And she was like, this is for all the people that got killed.
Yeah.
That's exactly
And-
how she sounds.
And they were like, no, Shaniqua, you need to give that house back. And she was
Yeah.
like, ah, shit.
This guy,
Yeah,
you bring him
he
on the show,
reads
and
the
I
news.
don't know how to riff with him sometimes.
It's scary, huh? Dude? Just go into
It
the
is
deep-
scary 'cause you-
just repeat after me. Heil Hitler, baby. That's kind of cool to be like the only pro-Nazi podcast out there in New York.
There's like a Klan podcast. I was curious. I was like, what's going on out there? Yeah.
What's going on? Hey guys, welcome back to the Brotherhood.
It is interesting though, because I don't know. I lost steam on what I was saying.
That's okay, dude. We'll get it back, dude.
Yeah.
Get
You
it
just
back.
when
We're just
you-
goofing,
he-
dude.
I will say this: I'll have people on, and you do such a good job at making me so fucking uncomfortable. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, obviously Joe doesn't think he should be murdered, but I was like, but how do I still make this funny while also making it look like I don't agree that George Floyd should be murdered for being
Wouldn't it be
on
awesome?
fentanyl?
Is like for some reason you get in trouble for like these. riffs.
Just because you're like, look
Yeah.
at the way he's sweating
It's
and
like
not saying
the way,
anything.
yeah, but the way this other guy so effortlessly seems to believe it, it's gotta be a bit. It was fine, dude. That was crazy to think like that was almost like 5 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
The whole lockdown, the whole pandemic.
I know, but
All
that,
that
but
shit.
my tattoo is forever.
Did you really get a
I
tattoo?
got a George Floyd tattoo.
Did you really?
Dude, Patty just had it.
Wait a minute, let me
Just shot
see.
at
It's
George.
on my chest. I don't want to.
Well, pull it up a little bit. No, cover it up.
I can't.
Wait a minute. That's Dunstan checks in.
Dunkston checks in.
You
Who's
never-
that?
You never saw Dunstan checks in? No. It's about an orangutan in a hotel. Jason Alexander Jr., Pee Wee Herman.
Wait, Jason Alexander's son is in it?
Wait,
Jason
Jason
Alexander's son
Alexander
plays an
Jr.
orangutan?
is.
Yeah, did he give birth to an orangutan?
That is
Jerry, you'll never believe who I'm going on a date with.
a black girl, Jerry.
I finally got one. I was at the zoo and she was working in the cage. And I said, "Excuse me." And she saw the banana in my hand, and here we are. George, that's an orangutan. That's not a black lady. It's a monkey.
I'm just drenched in sweat.
George,
right now.
you're a racist.
You're so nervous.
I have no idea where to go as
And
the
then
host of
Kramer
this.
walks in, and he's like, beep.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! 500 years ago, he'd be hanging out of a tree with a fucking
What's
fork up
going
her
on,
ass.
Elaine?
Do you think Michael Richards should be forgiven for what he said, given the current state of comedy now?
I don't know if anything ever requires forgiveness or apology.
Well, I guess only God can truly forgive.
Well, it's also one
Yeah.
of those things too where he's like, he fucking, what is it? Like, he is so weird now when he's on a podcast. He's like, like he's like so like he's like, I mean, the things I said, he's like still
That's
in.
going to be me and Joe next week. I think he.
Well,
He's
he's just like, who's like, his apology is the funniest because I think he said Afro Americans.
yeah, he's like, I saw there were some Afro Americans.
yeah.
And he wanted to say the N word so bad.
Afro American could mean Jewish too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they can get those Jew afros. Jew.
Oh, that's
fros.
no.
My favorite is one of my black friends obviously has curly hair, and this guy came up to me. He's like, "You're Jewish." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "You got curly hair." He's like, "There's some Jew in you, I know for sure." Which is just he just didn't understand that black people also
That's
have curly hair.
Awesome, dude.
Is that
Well,
part
I mean,
of the
they're
black
all from.
Israelite?
We're all from the motherland of Africa.
Yeah.
The brotherland.
The brotherland. We all brothers.
We all
and
from the
sisters.
brotherland.
We all from the motherland. We've all sucked upon the black teat of the African nation.
The brother from another motherland.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, what do you think we do about the black people?
Oh, I say we, round them up and give them a big kiss.
Hey, it's the Morning Good Podcast.
BLM edition. Trayvon. George Floyd.
Brittany, what was the other one?
Brianna
Taylor.
Say their name. Say their names.
Dude, if I had Michael Good, Morning Good for black people in parentheses episode.
BET edition.
Feature, and it's the guy from
Sup,
SNL.
players? It's the Morning Good Afternoon Podcast.
Featuring P. Diddy.
Nice. Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I think he's coming out with a new album.
Ooh,
Imagine all of this was just because he's coming out with a new album.
I've always said this because there's the Vince McMahon stuff coming out where they're like, oh, this. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, if this was just all one big ruse, like all the sexual assault allegations,
It's all a big goof.
for him to just come back in the ring as like a character, they're
Yeah.
like if he like went to jail for technical rape, but this is all just a.
He's
like,
not going to jail.
No, but I'm saying that's a real performance artist to like ruin a. Like to purposely create
Yeah.
fake rape stories about you, but just so you can come in the ring.
I mean,
as
like
the
you
bad
see,
guy.
like the women that accused Vince of inappropriate behavior. Who could blame him? Right? Mamma mia. Mamma
Here I
mia.
go again.
Wait, were they-
Here I rape
they
again.
Let me
babes?
can I just tell you something?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you listening tonight
not
today,
only was that a
yeah,
whistle, but it was a choreographed whistle to the shape of an hourglass. That
Yeah.
was nice.
very shapely lady.
While holding the mic. Pretty
Yeah.
impressive. So they're not
not
like wrestler women, or they like ring girls.
No, they were like the divas, which are like the female wrestlers.
Yeah,
But
I thought that's what they're there for.
that's what they
To-
are.
to
I mean-
assault.
To assault and harass.
oh, is that what you think about female comics too, Patty? Patty.
assault
For those
and
of you
harangue.
listening, Patty just looked up from his sunglasses with a bad boy smirk and
Raised
devil may
my
care
eyebrow.
attitude,
Doink, doink.
arching one eyebrow as he revved his motorcycle.
No,
engine.
a female comic is the equivalent of a female wrestler.
Ooh,
So they should do comedy with.
other women.
Yeah.
different
I mean,
league.
I kind of prefer.
I'm doing really well in the female comedy league.
Are you really?
No. Just I was playing her.
That would
You're
be kind of
goofing.
fun, because then if there was like a female comedy league and then a male comedy league, and say you're like not quite leading the league
Yeah.
in
You could
laughs
just
per minute,
trans.
you could trans into female comedy
Yeah.
and get the gold.
I would probably be like the best trans female comic.
You probably would be.
I would. I would fucking crush it as a trans woman.
All you
Are
have
you
to do
keeping
is-
stash?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
No, I'm saying when you
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah, I think that's like the Frida Kahlo kind of thing. with,
Yeah.
like, this woman.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, you're Latin. I'm gonna get on all the Latin shows because of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Fucking like, look at this fucking Latin bitch with a thick mustache.
God
and-
damn! Look at that thick.
Yeah, look at this
mustache.
fucking bitch, dude. You know I'd have like big tits.
It
as
would
a-
be really funny if women
Yeah.
could just grow mustaches, like
Yeah.
real mustaches.
You think like that? You know, like there'd be like some bitch that grows like a crazy beard.
Yeah.
What would you like? Would you like your woman clean shaven, or would you like a fucking beard?
I'd like a
woman?
nice beard so I could know how it. Because I would just pretend it's my beard touching her skin.
Mm.
you
I wonder what
know?
it would look like to see somebody with a beard suck my penis.
Dude, you
I
could
guess
do that.
I guess I'll never know.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
They're in my hometown because I live near Woodstock, New York.
Yeah.
There's these people, this old couple that's in like their 80s named Father Woodstock and Mother Woodstock or whatever.
Oh my
And the
god, that
wo-
sounds like peak white person shit.
They're disgusting people. They look gross. Like they have like moss on them and stuff. And their
Ugh.
hair is all like, and the woman has like a beard that goes down and is like wispy.
Gross.
It's really, and people take their pictures with them. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to go near them.
Yeah.
Old
yeah.
ass
should
hippie.
Wait,
nuke
are they just the
Woodstock.
oldest couple, or what's going on with them?
I guess they're just known because they go to all the festivals and stuff, and like they're everywhere, and they just dress like such hippie. It's basically like the original hippies. They're so disgusting.
I'm like so not into the hippie. I think when I was a kid, like when I started doing
Yeah.
drugs, I was like, hippies are the coolest, and then you
Yeah.
just meet so many of them that
I don't like- you don't like-
monsters.
you don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
real hippies. You like girls when they like are kind of like groovy.
You like a bitch that enjoys Dave Matthews Band.
exactly,
yeah.
It's ringing me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, then you meet so many real hippies, and you're like, oh, this person is like a heroin addict who's gonna like steal from me, and like it's this
Yeah.
whole like thing that's
Yeah, hippies get very dirty and
Yeah, nasty.
dingy. And they get very druggy. They're like
Yeah.
very
Needly druggy.
needly druggy.
yeah.
Very
Needly-
calloused, very scabbed.
Yes, worn down, and you can
Nasty.
see like their skin
Yucky.
is like
yucky.
And they're like the
Yeah.
acid expanded my brain, and I'm like, and that told you to
in the
steal.
wrong direction,
Yeah, yeah,
bozo.
Yeah,
I like bozo.
Yeah, get lost creep.
Yeah,
Be a
Patty's gonna be
dork.
such a good conservative dad, dude.
I'm
I can't
getting
wait.
ready.
I'm
baby.
already there, dude.
How? Where you can't wear that leaving this house?
I'm voting
I'm gonna get
Republican,
that
yeah.
down by the time I'm up.
oh yeah.
Where do you think you're going wearing all that?
Yeah, you come here and give Daddy a little kiss before
I
you
was
leave.
thinking about it. I can't even have like a super voluptuous wife.
Why not?
I wouldn't even want to go outside with her.
Why?
Yeah, it's too inappropriate.
It's way too
You know
inappropriate.
what he's gonna be? He's gonna be a conservative dad with a Muslim. He's gonna be you're
But-
gonna be a conservative Christian, but your wife is just a
Yeah,
Muslim
she'll
woman
be
in a
wearing a
burqa.
But if you
shroud.
don't show off your beautiful wife, how are you gonna have two
Isn't it
fucking
a-
muscular black men fuck her in front of you later?
Isn't it a little like some of these women's bodies are offensive?
Like how?
They're
Like
just
who?
too intense.
Like who?
Like
Who in the local comedy community?
Yeah.
Sonia I can't think of her last name. No, I'm just
Why not? Yeah.
Oh, there is one. God, what is her name? She's got huge cannons. She goes to the stand sometimes.
Okay.
Baby needs milk.
Yeah, like the cannons are too much. It's like if you have cannons like that, you gotta stay.
Uh-oh. Is it somebody
indoors.
our
Yeah.
age?
I think she's a little older. I can't think of her
Uh-oh.
name. Stacy Cannons.
Ooh.
Why is Cannons not a last name on a porn star?
It is. Chrissy Cannons.
There's a Chrissy Cannons.
Yeah.
Interesting. What does she look like?
Why don't we fucking Google her
She's
right
got
now?
small
Why don't we
tits.
just watch porn on the
She's
Why don't we
a-
just
she's a-
fucking we just becomes like a fucking watching porn with the boys.
You know what? Hey, how fun were those sleepovers when you were a kid? Why did we give up on that?
Should we throw some off?
You just throw
Just
some
jerking
fucking-
off. Wait, like you had like jerk off parties and shit.
Oh,
I never did. Michael did.
no.
'cause
This is like a national.
He is a freak from Florida.
Yeah, dude,
that's
'cause,
why-
like, I was
this
like,
is
damn,
a
dude.
national thing.
They're eating
Everybody
frog
did it.
legs and sucking each other
Dude,
off.
I just played some fucking Turok on Nintendo 64, ate some pizza, and was in bed by 3.
Yeah.
No,
I never played Ookie Gookie or whatever that is.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that, but you're telling me you never
We
did a
would
little cat
all-
house on the HBO. You all go to a different corner of the room.
We would slink off one by one to the bathroom and not say anything.
Yeah, that's different.
Patty, what are you taking a shit? Yeah,
I gotta go
was
take
my
a
third
shit. Yeah,
tonight.
it was just me and like one other guy, so it was always easier.
Yeah,
Dude, we would do that. My buddy, he would put on like Wedding Crashers, the unrated version. He's like, this is
Yeah.
fucking great.
With
And then he'd
titties.
pause it and be like, all right.
the unrated versions were just for kids to whack off.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
really appreciate.
Well, like
it.
it's like once internet porn, like the rise of internet porn, like ruined like the saucy R-rated movies.
Yeah.
Like there just wasn't need. Like if you were gonna have like
That's such a good point. There's like
Yeah.
no tits in movies anymore.
right,
It's-
or if
it-
there is, it's like for like the part of like it's like an R-rated movie,
right.
and like the titties play. There's no like gratuitous, unnecessary nudity. There's no more PG-13 nudity.
You know what is the worst? A PG-13 sex scene where she's wearing a bra during
Right,
sex. and
or
you're
it's like-
get out of here.
they conveniently cover her titties every time.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
but there's like a
By
lamp.
his arm.
Yeah, there's like a
Right.
lamp in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fourth
yeah.
shot.
yeah.
But honestly, those unrated movies were way hotter to whack off to than porn because you're watching this movie and you're becoming like involved in the characters.
you're falling in love with this woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then when you see her naked, you're like, oh my God, that's the woman.
You really
that I
love Amy Smart in Road Trip.
I love Amy Schumer in Road Trip.
Oh, Amy
Who's-
Schumer? I
who's
said
in
Amy
Road-
Smart.
I thought Amy Schumer was
Wait,
hot
is
for
Amy
a little
Smart
bit.
the blonde one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What else was she in that I was really in love with her in?
Oh, probably the transporter.
There's that. Oh, no. Crank and Crank.
Yeah,
too.
that's it. There it is.
Yeah. I was cranking into that.
So you telling me I gotta whack off to a woman's tits
To keep my heartbeat
to keep
going.
my heart beating?
It's funny because it's not even that far. He fucks her in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's gonna die. In
Yeah.
both movies, he fucks her to keep his heart going.
Mitch, I gotta have sex with you right now.
They say it doesn't count because
either-
rape is about control.
It's either you or your 4-year-old child. You make the decision.
Real Sophie's choice there.
Nice. Who would you choose?
I mean, wait, like if I was the woman,
No, if you were Jason Statham.
I would choose the woman.
That you wouldn't.
If it was between a woman and a 4-year, if it was between a 4-year-old child and
These
a
are-
3-year-old child,
Yeah,
My
but, like-
favorite hypotheticals. He's like, would you rape a child or have sex with a hot woman? I know it's gonna be a real toss-up.
Let's get to the heart of the
You
matter.
have a nuclear
Yeah.
weapon. It's pointed at.
you have a nuclear weapon pointed at your penis.
Yeah.
If you don't have
He's like,
sex-
would you rather give a homeless man a candy bar or kill every Palestinian baby?
Would you?
How many Palestinian?
He hates homeless.
First of all, how
so he might
how
have-
many Palestinian babies are left? That's my question.
Not a whole
Did
lot.
they
No,
kill
I think
them all?
I think they're becoming extinct.
I think they are.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I mean they can't permanently become extinct
Why not?
because you just gotta have a couple of them fucking right.
Ooh, I
If
like that.
if me and a woman went to Palestine and had sex there, would that be a Palestinian baby?
No, it'd be an American in Palestine, and it'd be an American werewolf in Palestine.
Just as hairy.
American werewolf in Palestine.
Damn, that's like that should be the next movie. An American werewolf in Palestine.
Palestine.
Like a fucking so a Jew goes there on fucking whatever. It's like
Birthright.
birthright, right? And then like while they're in Israel, they get fucking chomped on by a wolf. And
Mm.
while they're leaving, like the Israeli army is like, you can't leave right now. We're going to war with fucking we got to firebomb these Palestinians and fucking wipe them off the face of the earth. He's like, I got to get out of here. The fucking moon. And he turns into a fucking Jew wolf.
So,
Right.
so the
Scariest.
government uses him as a weapon.
Yeah, they released the Jew wolf.
Strictly to get babies.
Yeah.
They just put a little baby. He's like,
The taste of Palestinian baby blood is insatiable to the Jew wolf. Damn, this is like I'm getting fucking scared, dude. I know this is a fucking Halloween
this is
episode.
I think I'm the
Damn.
most scared one on this podcast.
Well, dude, you're not gonna get in trouble. Like what?
No. It's just it's a thing because I wanna be that guy that's like fucking. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yeah.
woo, podcast host, like, and then I don't know, man. I just
You get scared because you think about your career. You
I'm
think
not
how
thinking
much-
about my career.
You think about how much you have to lose.
That's not what it is.
you know why it's called a career? Because it should be in the back of your mind. This has been Morning Good.
Black edition.
Morning Good, starring Paddy Defino.
Joe Gorman.
You know what I want to do? I want to start just doing fake thumbnails for this podcast with different guests. It's just like me sitting down with like JD Vance.
And Mia
Nice.
Khalifa.
Yeah. That's just not. It's just
Yeah,
us,
dude.
us being racist.
That's kind of what I almost said bad friends. What's the good?
Leo Vaughn's.
No, Christoph's podcast always gets me with that.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'm like,
yeah.
they got P. Diddy on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
podcast?
yeah, just because it's on the thumbnail. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Every
It's just like a
time.
celebrity they've talked about on the episode.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's such good thumbnailing. Instead, mine
That's
is
smart.
just my feet. The way he does it's weird because he does our faces and then he started editing my feet like so they're in frame.
Nice.
It's very yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's getting
No, this is all my producer's scheme, but I'm just not telling him not to do it. I'm
Right.
like, dude, yeah, sure, tag, whatever.
You're doing what you
Yeah.
need to do.
Yeah.
I had a funny thing happen.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Want to hear about my funny thing?
More than
Yeah.
anything, Patty. Come on, baby.
I was coming back from the grocery store out here, and there must have been like some kind of a school of ne'er-do-wells that let out at the
Uh-oh.
time I was walking back. It was a bunch of kids that were acting up.
Were they Afro Latino?
Hey, don't overcorrect now that I got uncomfortable. You could.
Were they
Well,
Afro Americans?
It was a mix. It was a wintry mix, but
salt and pepper.
amidst the kerfuffle, there were two very, very heavy teenage girls slap fighting. And it was really funny because everyone was watching them, and you just see like these blobs of people throwing their arms. But one girl was like screaming, but she wasn't like changing her facial expressions. So she was just like, it was like, it was so funny. Like,
Damn. I'm glad like we never grew. I never grew up with like smartphones in high school and shit.
yeah.
And I'm glad like you know.
Oh, I
That-
did, and it made it a lot of. Wait,
Yeah.
why were you
I'm just glad like a lot of that shit is like off the record. You know, untraceable.
Yeah.
Their word against mine.
Yeah. All it takes is a smashed SIM card.
Yeah.
I
They'll never find
did
that- they never-
Now
anything.
I'm not guilty.
yeah.
That is
Statute
kinda
of
true.
limitations.
I missed the flip phone, like typing the
The first thing I did when I got a cell phone was take a picture of my penis. I think I told you about this. It was one of those where the top of it had a camera or had a screen as well.
Yeah.
So I could like fold it here. So like I could clip it into my pants so that you could just
It
see
would-
a smaller picture of my penis where my penis would be.
That should be because, like, they make women have to wear these outfits to show off their body. Men, we should have belts that on our belt buckle has just a flash photography shot
Yeah.
of our penis.
Yeah. It's just like just to hang down like what do you call it? What do you call those fucking things? Polaroid of your penis.
Yeah. And if it's like really big, there's like multiple taped
Yeah.
together.
That was really funny. The defensive, like when like you found out TSA could just see your wiener, and it got all defensive from different angles, where people were like, they can't just be seeing our penises.
It's so unfortunate too because it's always a fat woman looking at the TSA thing.
Yeah,
I don't know,
It's
it
like,
probably
what
made her-
kind of dicks are they seeing?
I
you
mean, it
know?
probably made her day.
Yeah, but
Where it's like, hey, baby, why don't you meet me in the fucking men's room in 20 minutes?
but
And-
every dick looks small to a fat woman.
Not mine.
Hell yeah.
Mine looks like an eclair.
I just
How about you come get the fucking cream out this eclair, bitch?
I kind of agree with you. I don't think I've ever, and this is coming from a man who has sex with a lot of fat women. I've never felt like I was really giving it to a fat woman. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
so far away from you right now. Like, from
You got to bring a
behind.
shovel next time.
Yeah. I feel like I'm barely making a dent.
Yeah, I get that. I haven't had sex with a fat woman because I think they're disgusting.
Yeah.
But,
We differ on this. I
Nice.
love.
Patty likes
actually-
the creme de la creme.
but actually, we have a different determination of what fat is.
yeah.
Because girls that you call fat,
know-
I think are gorgeous.
You know what it is? You know what I will do though? I'm kind of a dick in this way. Whenever I'm like doing something like that, I'll be like, yeah, this girl's like fucking fat and stuff. Like just so
He'll
that-
show it to us, and it's just like Kim Kardashian. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But it's just so I could get like an extra like
Affirmation that you're
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
But I've also fucked like I don't know. It's like I one girl got real mad because like I was like, yeah, so I banged this fat bitch this weekend, but I said it nicely. I think I said I had a lovely time, and she just went off because she like listened to the pod. I even told her listen. I was like, yeah, I was talking about you. I didn't.
You gotta not tell people.
In my mind, would I say like I like fucking fat bitches? I don't see that as disrespectful.
It's not. It's very respectful.
Yeah. But I like it. I'm not saying it's disgusting.
You didn't say I like raping
No,
fucking
I-
bitches who I don't love.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that.
That's the
No.
most dishonest thing you can do.
Is raping somebody you don't love.
Yeah. Why would you
Marital
do
rape
that?
Is a beautiful thing.
Do you
It's
think
pretty
any
sad.
like beautiful relationships started with a rape?
It started with a rape, ended with a kiss.
It started out with a rape. How did it end up like this? It was only a rape. Now we've got a family, and I'm taking him to church.
Like that's the real penance of raping.
Yeah,
It's
a guy's like, God damn.
I have children.
That would suck.
That would be tough.
Would you
It
keep
would
the
suck
baby?
all around.
That-
If I raped a girl,
He doesn't. So you know what it is? You get really uncomfortable with pedophile stuff. I get really uncomfortable with racist stuff. And it's because he's gotten you a couple times where you kind of just throw your hands up and you go, "Oh, what am I going to talk about having sex with a baby?" And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll
have
what's it
sex
called?
with a baby.
I'll not have sex with the baby. I'll jump into that joke territory, but then the racist stuff comes on, and I'm like, no, actually, I'm not racist. I become a little fucking
It's
bitch.
the ultimate question. What is worse, racism or pedophilia?
I don't know.
Since
You-
the
you know what
dawn
it
of
was?
fucking race and children.
You know what I was
Yeah.
thinking about rape though? It is kind of funny that it is the worst day ever for one person and then the best day ever for the other person.
Rape?
You know
Like
what?
if you're a rapist, like
If
when
you're a
mur-
rapist, it's just another Tuesday.
yeah,
It's not the greatest.
it's
don't think
just
there was, like,
another
planning?
manic Monday. Because like if you're a rapist, it's not like if you murder somebody, there's a lot of reluctant murders where you're like, I didn't want to have to kill this guy, but I did it. But if you're a rapist, your favorite thing is to rape people.
I don't know. It might be like a reluctant thing where it's like I got to fight this fucking demon, so I only rape women that have it coming.
Okay. Now you got me
Like bad
again. Yeah.
women.
You keep this guy is.
Like bad women.
If you're a guy like Cosby, where you do like the drugging and all that stuff, you got to feel a little
But
bit.
what if it's like for just? What if I stop a robbery? You know, what if a woman's like, empty the bank safe, and I'm like, put the gun down.
take your pick?
No, slowly pull down your pants.
You like disarm her, everybody starts clapping, but then you start pulling her pants down, and they're like, "Ooh, I don't know, if we should keep
Oh
it."
shit! One guy like gets a fucking flip phone out, records it.
And then when you come, instead of come, you shoot that blue money stuff.
This was the criminal.
I'm the real $100 bill.
Yeah, I don't know, because like that has to, like I don't think a lot of crimes are reluctant, but that's the one where you're like, if you're a rapist, you're like, this is literally the best day of my life.
Yeah.
This is awesome. The boys aren't going to believe this.
I wonder like what percentage of rape is like a guy going out and like stalking and doing all that.
I
And
bet
what
it's like a high percentage, dude. I bet like a lot.
I
of
bet
them.
a really high percentage is like men getting a girl too drunk to
In the
where
heat
she
of the
can
moment.
consent. Yeah.
Well, that's not rape.
Yeah,
What is
that's called the '90s comedy where everybody's having fun. It was like
Yeah.
these girls
Yeah.
are gonna get so
It's
drunk.
like if the guy's drunk too, does that count?
I think so. I think it's always the guy. One thing I've learned, it's always the guy's fault.
What if it's a trans man?
Then it's always their fault. They made the mistake long ago.
You betrayed your race.
Get it? Yeah, I don't know. I had something on that. My brain's just a little foggy.
It's okay, dude. Did you have a caffeine pill?
I've had so much caffeine. today.
No.
I'm like fifth day hungover from this wedding, but I had something to say about that, and who cares?
when you took a caffeine pill last time
Biggest
you were
mistake
here.
of my
Yeah, I
life.
was gonna say, like, were you up all night?
I was so scared. I didn't know. I just was so worried I'd never see Patty again. I was like sweating. They're like his pulse is like 170 beats per minute.
Wow.
179.
Because you were thinking of me.
181. Yeah.
I make sure to like when I go to the doctors, I make sure to not see Patty earlier in the day because my heart rate's gonna be fucking racing.
Out of
They're gonna be like, "Are you
I
on
do have
medication?"
that
I'm like,
effect
"No,"
on
but
people.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
did see Patty earlier.
Ooh, R.I.P. Rest in Patty.
I texted you on your birthday. I said
You
happy
did.
birthday, and you said you're the best, Patty. I love you, Patty. It was so sweet.
When was your birthday?
October 19th. Not that you care.
I think I missed. I think we did an episode in between your birthdays.
You did.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is like the non-celebrating Joe Gorman's birthday podcast.
Spite Joe Gorman.
Yeah.
I like
Joe Gorman has too much in this world.
Yeah, I gotta take it away.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna-
like, I called Patty the other day just to say he's a good guy.
why?
It was very nice, very thoughtful.
What do you do?
I was just
I don't know.
dealing with people that sucked, and then I was like, you know who's a good guy? Patty.
nice. You couldn't like just go to his room and say that. Yeah, just
Well, I was
He
out
was
of town.
away.
I was out of town.
I
Yeah,
was away, yeah.
I was at a wedding.
Oh, that's right. A wedding.
A wing ding.
I almost died in a car. So one of my friends I was hammered, and we're having just a fun time at the beach. I was hanging out with like the father of the groom, and this guy just gave me the best hype up speech I ever needed.
Nice.
Because there's a video of me just getting hammered talking about my breakup that am really ashamed of. I'm just like, you know what? It's been a fucking hard year, but you know, sometimes you gotta make big decisions. And then he saw it, and then he just like pulled me aside and was like, you fucking understand something? He's like this jacked like guy who's like worked in construction for years. He's like football coach. He's like, you're a fucking handsome man, and you're a look, I know she was great, but the world is your fucking oyster, and you can do anything you fucking put your mind. And I just like, and then the next day, me and him just got so fucked up at the beach, and we're just like, dude, I fucking love you so much. I was like, you're one of my favorite fucking people. And then my other friend accidentally like locked. His car only locks. It's very rapey. It locks. You can't get out from the out.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to like.
There's like a child lock on it.
Yeah, and then I'm in a hot car, and the other guy, because we're all just playing music. My friend's dad that I was just bonding with just sees me like choking in the car, and my phone's on like 1%, and I'm like trying to call him, but he's like playing music, and then I'm just like. I'm like literally like in a hot car like a baby, just like freaking out. It was the scariest moment of my life. And he's just like looking at me, and he's like, we're playing that song. He's like, at the Pink Pony Club. And I'm like, dude, if I die with this man just seeing me, he's just blaring music in his car, having such, and he thinks I'm like, because like I'm gagging all weekend, I'm being silly, and he's like, oh, he's probably just doing a bit right now, and then I'm literally like suffocating. Yeah, I'm just suffocating in a
like
hot
a dog in a hot car, dude.
Yeah, it was
Dude,
the scariest experience of my life, because I'm just seeing this guy's dad in the car, just like Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, you have to avoid stupid situations like that because that is how you're gonna die.
Oh, I know, dude. I thought I was gonna die. I will say this, because of that, I kind of just felt like I was like, I felt my death was coming soon. And we left the beach, and my buddy is driving the car, and we're listening to Creed, and the sun is setting.
Nice.
And he's just slowly going faster. And there was a moment where I was like, I just felt my death. Like I felt like a great beach weekend, a great wedding, and then the sun is setting, and it's playing, Can You Take Me? And I was like, there was a moment in my head where I go, I don't want to die. But if I was going to die, this is when I would.
Yeah, it would be flying through the windshield with that song.
Yeah.
To a place where just be. Just like in slow motion. All your friends are in slow motion.
Yeah. It was so. I don't know if it was just from like not sleeping and drinking too much, but there was like a moment where I was like, I feel like this is my death right here. It's just going to be merging onto a major highway.
Anytime I'm in a car with all of my friends, and like even if like nobody is like, even if the driver's not drinking, I always just think of those stories.
Yeah, we're like, it was everybody was having fun.
Everybody
like
was
a fun thing, and then,
they were being responsible, this and this, and then like all it takes is one thing. Because it's like, it's kind of like, you know, if you're like, I like to think of my friends as like, I'm Donald Trump.
Right.
My friend Ryan is Putin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un is like, you could never put all of us in the same car.
Yeah.
All it would take is one landmine, and the entire world is flipped upside down. Kamala Harris running the whole damn thing. But yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, that feeling where you're like, this is too fun. Something's gonna like.
Something's gonna happen.
Someone's gonna die. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Kamala, it's really funny that like I'm like obviously not voting because I do not care and I'm not getting involved.
And you're a felon.
Yes, and I'm a felon. I am a racist child molester. Yes. See, I can do it. I can have fun.
There you go. Yeah. I'm the most dangerous felon of them all.
The most felonious.
I say bad words.
I'm a little felonious. I got a spicy side. But it was funny, too, because there's a picture of my grandpa that, like, my mom is, like, so proud. She's like, he voted today, and he's, like, so old. And I was like, I feel, but my reason for not voting is, like, Like,
it's for old people.
Yeah,
it is for old people.
But I just had a moment where I was in the plane, like, looking at a picture of him voting. I'm like, God. I was like, some people, I randomly started getting that, like, thing where it's like, we live in a country where you can be free and choose to vote. And I'm pissing on the face of George Washington and shitting in Thomas Jefferson's mouth by not voting.
The truth is, like, it just doesn't matter to a comedian.
Yeah,
like
no, totally. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Like, if like whoever gets voted in, there's going to be a group of people that are really mad about it, and you just make fun of that group of people.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Or you make fun of, like, you just choose who to make fun of.
Right. Yeah.
Or you beat Joe and you make fun of both.
Yeah, no one's safe with me, dude.
No
no one's safe,
prisoners.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not any. I'm on
Whose side are you on? I'm on my own side. I'm on my own side.
Yeah, no, and I feel that way too. It's very funny when people like will be like, yeah, this person sucks, but like they're not as bad as this person. And you're like, why?
Well, a lot of times, like they're just like waiting, like they already have like beef with that person, and they're just waiting for them to fuck up publicly,
Oh yeah.
so they can be like, "Fuck
yeah.
you."
Like our hero Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, everyone's like, everyone couldn't wait to fucking shit on Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh yeah.
But like Tony Hinchcliffe, like he was hired to do jokes at the RNC.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
Yeah.
Like Tony Hinchcliffe is not like a.
It's like he wrote a letter to Trump and was like, "I'd like to open for you."
It did feel like that. Like Tony Hinchcliffe is not like a general audience's comedian.
No,
not
yeah.
You should have like someone out
You should
there.
have Carrot Top, dude.
You should have Carrot Top.
That would be.
You should have someone out there who like appeals to literally the lowest common
It would have been like the
denominator.
original Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you would need like a Nate Bargatze or someone like that.
Or you go the other way and you have Nick DiPaolo.
Which would be, but Nick DiPaolo would have been 10 times funnier than Tony. You know,
He would have ripped, dude.
he's so.
He would have
funny.
been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why. I guess he's not like a big enough name. It's so sad that Tony.
But like, you
Hinchcliffe-
think Tony Hinchcliffe's a bigger? I guess like
He's
they're
a
trying to get
big
like they're trying to
name
get
right
like
now.
the young people.
Yeah, because To Kill Tony is so big, and he did the Tom Brady thing. Like Nick DiPaolo is funnier, but
Oh,
he's-
we're second. Kill Tony will be at the White House and when Trump goes elected, that'll be the
Yeah.
new thing.
They're gonna do it live from the Oval
Yeah,
Office.
this one sucked. Yeah.
William Montgomery fucking ripping it up at the Oval Office.
the panel is like Kim Jong Un, Putin, Boris Johnson.
Hans Kim is Kim Jong Un. Hans Kim Jong Un.
yeah. William Montgomery is what's the Winston Churchill?
Yeah.
kind of like him. You know?
Yeah.
They'll be doing that.
As I said, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, someone got really mad at me for not voting recently, and I'm like, man.
Was it some woman?
How would you know?
women
no
always- women-
guy has
Well,
ever.
you got to remember they just started voting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
they-
I'm
all
tired
the
of it by
rage.
now.
They,
yeah.
they really think like those rights are going to be taken away. It's like maybe
Yeah.
for you, but not men.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy is there is a push of women
Yeah.
to get rid of women's right to vote. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we were talking about this.
Like it's too much for them.
They're like, there's a group of women who are like, we should never have been
Yeah.
allowed.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's
too
like, dude, I was
much.
talking about that. I love that conservative girl. Her name is like Pearl, whatever. She's just always advocating for men, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
she's a fucking retard. But it is fantastic to just hear her. She's like, we need to be nicer than men. They're so hardworking and brave,
Yeah.
and they die in wars. And I'm like, I do die in wars. Like, but it's like stuff I never do.
It's nice to have that to balance everything
Yeah,
out.
she's like, they're mechanics, they're flying airplanes, they're doing all this brave stuff, and we need to get off men's backs.
That's
and maybe...
actually a great fucking point.
As we
dude.
sit on the couch and podcast.
Damn, I mean, like, but like, what are women doing? Just cleaning our kitchen.
Yeah, honestly, what's braver than saying that Derek Chauvin was just proposing to a girlfriend?
That is cool, dude.
That's
I think he is
kinda
a
brave.
misunderstood genius. Yo, the twisted beauty of Derek Chauvin. Enter the twisted mind of the genius.
You think it'll be like one of those painters that they didn't understand at the time? or
Yeah.
like- but then they became very famous.
We didn't understand that Derek Chauvin was doing an abstract form of art.
That would have, that would
That
have
was
been.
cool. It was fucking cool, man. I don't know what you want me to say.
The other guy,
I would have felt like 100 times safer if I saw that happen in my neighborhood. And I was like, well, I guess that black man's not going to try to sell me on his fucking album, you know? I'd love it, dude. I'd love to live in a neighborhood where like cops are just killing black people. I feel safe, dude. What do you want?
I think.
Do you want
I think
cops that kill
every-
black people, or do you want to have bars on your fucking window, dude? Case closed. Derek Chauvin, you're officially exonerated from all crimes according to the Michael Good podcast.
Signed off by Michael Good. Do you
Michael Good and Associates endorses.
the one guy who kneeled on the remember or not kneeled the guy who killed the guy in the subway, remember that?
Yeah.
That trial started the other day.
I got jury duty for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder where you're going to vote.
He's innocent.
Until-
It's like, look, we've all wanted to kill somebody on the subway. We're gonna fucking get this guy arrested for being a hero.
yeah.
You know what happened like 5 minutes before like the whole fucking attack took place? a black guy was shot in Showtime. So, like, you know,
Yeah, that probably is what happened.
and that's absolutely what happened. That is not. I'm not lying. That is what happened. It was a
Yeah.
Showtime.
And the guy just was terrified of
It was like
dancing.
enough is enough, dude. Like, come on.
I had a
like,
pretty good showtime on the train the other. Every once in a while, you get hit with a good showtime.
uh-oh.
There was just one guy. He was dancing around, but like I was like, "What?" He was like really flying around those monkey bars on the train.
We're not. I'm stopping this right.
What? They're like the
Just
things
kidding.
that
I
hang
know
from the
where-
ceiling.
I know where this guy's brain's going.
He was flying around with the greatest of ease.
Yeah, he was like a trapeze artist. And he like, yeah, he just spun around, did some things. and
Yeah.
I watched the entire time.
Enraptured.
Yeah, I was enraptured the entire time. And then he went like this for money, and I went, no. Do your flips. Not for me.
And you're not doing it for the love of the craft.
Yeah, I did.
Why do we have to put? Why do we have to put a price tag on such beauty?
I know. What they should say is, if you give me $1, I'll do some flips.
If you give me
Right.
$1, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't assault your girlfriend.
Right. Because if I just started telling people jokes, like I tell people jokes for free all the time.
Right.
If I just started
This
telling
podcast
someone-
is losing money. I actually pay my
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Like that should be your side hustle is the flips. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You got to start at
Yeah.
the open
Well,
mic.
we are at an hour, and I just want to say I've supported every single statement that came out of Joe Gorman's
Oh
mouth
yeah,
today.
dude, we
Hell
made
yeah.
it, baby.
There wasn't one thing that I thought was
No, he was pretty much on the mark.
Yeah.
I was like,
everything.
these are good things.
They
And I
call
might
me-
actually
yeah.
go vote now. People tell me to go vote, and after the influence of Joe Gorman and his
Nice,
poignant
dude.
points,
Joe Gorman more efficient at getting people radicalized than Tony Hinchcliffe, dude.
It's
That little
true,
goof.
yeah.
I really, when I saw that video, I thought it was a deep fake. I thought it was like a fucking AI generated thing. I didn't think it was actually there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a real fucking thing. It was so funny.
It was very
Yeah.
disappointing to see him there, I think. I think everyone was disappointed and
Yeah.
saddened by it.
we all thought better of Tony Hinchcliffe.
I thought better of the entire Republican Party, to be honest.
Really? I didn't.
I don't know why I did, yeah.
That actually, it endeared me to them.
Did it?
They had Tony Hinchcliffe, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk
Tucker
Hogan's
Carlson?
great, dude.
Hulk Hogan did a great job.
Yeah.
He can deliver.
Yeah.
He can sell it, brother.
But Tony like wants to be the edgy guy. You know, he's like, yeah, I went up and they said I couldn't say it, but
They gave a hungry wolf an opportunity. Like, the
Well,
fact that
but
he's so
slap me.
funny. He's so the comedy tough guy. Like, watch out, dude. Watch out, dude. People are afraid when they see him. Like,
Yeah.
everyone forgets he was like a vegan in Los Angeles like 5 years ago.
Everyone forgets he could fit in like one of those lockers there's like a top and a bottom.
Yeah.
he could fit in the bottom.
He could fit in the bottom. Hey, let me out.
Damn, that's so awesome. How the mighty have fallen.
I know, dude.
The
it's-
dizzying highs. One minute you're working with Hans Kim. The next minute you're disgraced by the entire New York comedy open mic community.
Yeah, the Facebook page has been going pretty wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people are fucking
I
salty.
gotta tune back into that Facebook page.
You miss it, huh?
I
You know what we should do? Instead of we should just clip you saying what you said and then put that at the RNC convention where Tony was.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
bl-
the
green sc-
IRNC would love what I
Green
have to say. I'm the embodiment of Republican ideals, honestly.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I believe in a thing called love.
I think that's a good note to end on.
You're a pro pedophile. That you got to admit that is a tough. How are you going to sell them on that?
Oh, I'll find a way.
You might have to go
Because that
Democratic.
is their racism is pedophiles.
Yes,
So-
the Democrats like pedophiles.
that's true. They do. They think it's like sexually
It's
empowering.
like sexy.
It's
Yeah.
sexy to be a
Yeah,
pedophile.
Lolita. Lolita is sexy. Have you read that book?
Ooh, got me all fucking hot. and
God,
bothered.
it's a hot one.
You guys throwing it back to me? You're trying to. I'm not going to sweat.
You're the one who suggested it to me.
It's just Lolita. yeah. We had
if
this-
you like Lolita,
Dude, I love the idea of just suggesting that book to people. This book's really good.
you should check out the Scarlet Letter.
What's my favorite movie?
Yeah.
Lolita. What's my favorite book? Lolita.
the novelization of the film?
There's no Lita like Lolita.
Lolita.
Where could they find you guys besides at a Nazi rally or
Well, I will be performing Marching with the KKK. But between that, dude, follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Joe W. Gorman. Also on PlayStation at Joe W. Gorman.
Does the W stand for wonderful?
It does.
Wow.
You want to give me a little kiss on the lips? Mwah. For those of you listening, he sucked my cock.
Batty the
Gay
Ninja.
police.
News from bed on YouTube. And that's it. Thank you. Hey, Jake.
Thank you guys.